What's the situation that we're walking into?
Right now, a possible 30 in progress, which is a person that was abducted. That was originally a missing person.
Welcome to Jacksonville.
Hey man, show me your fucking hands. He's in the house. Right here, Kyle. Right here, Kyle.
Night Patrol. This graveyard shift is notorious among police officers for being the time when wild things occur. You could be having a quiet night on the job when all of a sudden you get a call into someone's worst nightmare. Kidnappings, robberies, home invasions, and domestic violence. In this episode, each one of those scenarios I just mentioned happens. Today's episode takes place in Jacksonville, Florida, which has long been known as one of Florida's most dangerous cities. But as of recently, something remarkable is happening in Jacksonville. Under Sheriff TK Waters' leadership, crime stats are dropping rapidly. In fact, homicides are down about 50% year over year. And in this episode, you will meet the boots on the ground characters behind these crime fighting efforts. Over the course of 2 nights with Jacksonville Police, we venture into the darkness on night patrol with the police and also with a K9 unit. This episode is part 2 of a 3-part series we shot with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Folks, we're in Jacksonville, Florida, here for a police ride-along. I have a hunch it's going to be an active night for us. Just stopping at the gas station to get a little food before we got started. Looks like some undercover guys. To be here in a wild city, basically filming an episode of Cops, there's a lot of nostalgia and excitement. This is a job I could not do. I feel lucky to even be here. For them to open their doors to us is huge. And I think goes to show the trust that we've built, that no matter if you're a billionaire, a fentanyl dealer, a police officer, a rapper, that we're gonna take care of you and do a good job telling your story. Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Good. Nice to meet you. I'm Tommy.
Nice to meet you.
How are ya?
Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? We have a crew, Tommy G Productions. They're coming to showcase the good work that you do day in and day out. They want to see patrol, narcotics, task force, how this great agency works here in our community.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us. We've done this with East Chicago PD. We've done it with Drug Task Force out in Memphis. And we just want to be there to be a fly on the wall to showcase your profession. And we're very coachable. So whatever we need to do, move here, do that, tell us. And we're just happy for the opportunity to be with you guys for the next few days.
So we just found some intel out about, I guess there was a shooting last night up in District 6.
The suspect's still outstanding. No idea where he's at yet.
That's really all I got tonight, so just stay safe out there, test your tasers.
What's the plan of attack today?
We'll see what calls are in the area right now to see if there's anything major going on. If not, then we'll start the audit process, going to see if anybody's pedestrian violations or any traffic stops we can find to possibly check some drugs off the street.
Okay, cool.
So give the people the lay of the land. What's the situation that we're walking into?
A possible 30 in progress, which is a person that was abducted. That was originally a missing person.
So what's your mindset going into this, or what's your role in the strike?
So basically figuring out where everybody else is set up currently, and then getting with Lieutenant to figure out where he wants us to set up at for this 3-man strike team that we've got set up. Creighton, do you have breaching tools?
I got it.
They need breaching tools at the door.
It sounds like you guys are gonna breach the door, you said?
I'm not sure what they have there. They're asking for a 3-man team right now to go to the front of the house, and they're looking for breaching tools. If there's somebody that's being held hostage, we'll make entry.
What do we know so far?
There's a light that keeps coming on this side.
Let's move. I want to move the complaint. I don't want him to be in the line of sight here. Hey.
here too.
Ready? Yep, gotcha. Yep.
Stay to the side of the car.
There's movement inside the house, absolutely.
Pistols down.
Stop. All right, we got contact at the front. Stand by.
Step outside. Show us your hands.
Like I said, we'll explain everything in a minute, okay? I'll get everything figured out.
I would just like to know what the heck
Okay, so we got a call from
a resident?
yeah, it was a juvenile saying that she was being held captive here.
No, there's no juvenile. We are the
Okay.
only ones here.
I believe it. But we just have to verify.
No,
You
I
mind
am
if I walk
okay
in?
with that. I'm okay with you walking in. I'm sorry, I
I gotta bring
don't. One other person, that's fine, but.
So sorry for the scare. Thank you for understanding. Okay, good. Well, I appreciate your compliance. Very important. We appreciate that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You need anything from us? Any badge numbers, names, anything?
We want to do a supplement so that we can rule this house out. So if anybody else gets this follow up on Blue Squad, they know that this house has been cleared.
The guy you just saw get pulled out of his house at gunpoint was completely innocent. This call ended strangely, and from what I can gather, it was a false alarm. Potentially, it was a swatting call, which, as my friend Ryan Montgomery explained in a previous episode, these are online trolls that make fake calls that can be very dangerous for the people being pranked. Now, I'm not quite sure what happened with the call you just saw, but I do think it does a great job highlighting how, with very little background information, police officers have to be prepared to run into crazy situations. How would you rate this area out of 10 for sketchiness?
Probably a 6 or 7. I worked here when I was in phase 3 of FTO, and it's definitely a good area to learn in, especially if you have a good FTO to teach you how to maintain these streets and everything, and how to work the job. All right, I think we're good here, so let's go see what else is going on.
Is this night off to a busy start?
Not like you would think. Like, this is pretty equivalent to a regular night.
So we're here about to have a meeting with the sheriff, TK Waters. What is your message to criminals in Jacksonville?
My message to criminals in Jacksonville is this: go away or we're going to put you away, or you can quit. We're not the agency that you want to try. Stop committing crimes in our community, or we're going to get you. We're coming for you.
One of the things I'm most curious about is if you look at the homicide rates from 2022, 2023 to 2024, the city's dropped almost in half, which is remarkable.
It is remarkable.
What's the secret sauce that's cooking here?
Man, hard work. Listen, proactivity is not a dirty word. Proactivity is what we're supposed to do. Proactivity is a part of one of the basic parts of police work. If you see a police officer just sitting there, he better be sitting there, or she better be sitting there writing their police report so they can get on to the next whether call or out there being proactive, looking for people that are doing things they should not be doing in our community.
Okay, so we're on to a shots fired call?
Yes. Sometimes it's hard to find where the actual shell casings are, even with ShotSpotter.
So everything is based on the call notes here. So this was 10 minutes ago. They didn't hear anybody screaming. They didn't hear anybody yelling. You kind of got to go in thinking that the people who did it are probably already gone, but you always want to keep your head about you.
The person that reported this, what are the odds that she'll actually speak to you now that you're here?
Both of these people are not wanting to speak to us, so they're just informing us that there was shots in this area and they want us to come and check it out.
And they don't want the neighborhood to see them talking to you.
Exactly. Unfortunately, things like this, since it's not a specific shot spotter area, we just have to get out and canvass the area for possible casings, anybody possibly hurt. And then if we do find the casings, then we collect the casings and take them into processing.
This is the NIBIN laboratory for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office.
This is Jacksonville's Crime Gun Intelligence Center, CJIC, and this office uses the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, or NIBIN, to analyze ballistics and help solve gun-related crimes. By leveraging NIBIN, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office can quickly process and compare ballistic evidence, leading to more efficient identification of suspects and connections between crimes. For instance, when casings are collected based on ShotSpotter alerts, it has yielded a 42% hit rate when processed through NIBIN, and this links gunfire incidents across multiple jurisdictions. So instead of saying it's a boy or it's a girl, you say it's a 9mm?
It's a 9mm, but is it a 9mm that goes to that? Because there's different characteristics of the 9mm depending on the gun.
Did y'all hear any shots fired or anything? Okay.
Thank you.
I ain't got nothing.
Where we have shot spotter areas, we'll typically find the casings more often than if somebody just calls them in like this. But without an exact area, like ShotSpotter can give us, we don't really know where to look.
And so you guys have a testing facility where you fire a gun and then you examine it?
We do. It's a bullet recovery tank, and it's got a portal that the examiner holds the gun, shoots into the portal, into the water, and the casings are ejected out in a semi-automatic. We collect the casings that we know went to that gun, collect the bullets, and we bring them back here to image them.
So is it frustrating trying to solve things, but you get very little help from the community?
Yes, but we also have a lot of different avenues that we can use to try and find suspects.
Gun laws in Florida are pretty good for the gun owner, right?
For the most part, yeah.
So there's some heavy shit on the streets?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So what's your why? What gets you excited to wake up in the morning to do this?
Just something new every day. You literally can't put the same day into another day, because it's always different. You never know what you're gonna get.
Would you say that this job's your calling?
I think public safety as a whole is.
So some Americans would look at the drug laws and say the war on drugs has not worked, and why are people still getting busted for things like weed? What's your take on that?
Drugs are always going to be on the streets because we don't have the manpower to catch everybody, nor the assets to be able to do all of those things, to be able to take them all off at like one specific time. That's why our specialized units try to hit it as hard as we can. The biggest issue with it is the amount of fentanyl that's being laced and all this stuff that's like, it's killing so many people.
We're definitely in the trenches right now.
Oh yes. Hey, y'all come talk to us for a second. Y'all know y'all gotta be on the sidewalk.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The police, they liars, manipulators.
What do you think it would take for the public to have a better relationship with police?
Better communication, I guess. I don't know, because I went to jail for some stupid shit, like, and the police should be more honest about stuff, because they will sit here and make you feel comfortable to talk to them and open up, just for them to like do the complete opposite of what they just made. They made you feel safe.
All right, here you go.
Like honestly, now. I feel like
just like now.
Everybody should be free, and we shouldn't have nobody trying to live their life, because God gave everybody free will to live their life, and we shouldn't have no police just trying to stop them. Right. They don't really be helping, they be killing and stuff more than they be helping. That's all I'm saying, but
y'all be safe tonight.
Did he already tell you about the lights on your bike?
No.
I'm leaving right here.
No, you don't need to leave it. You can walk with it.
You're fine. Stay off the road.
Alright.
So their attitude to the stop was, I'm an adult riding a bike, why am I getting stopped by the police?
But you're still breaking the law based off Florida state statute per you being in the road when there's a sidewalk provided. So that gives us right to be able to stop you and inform you about your violation and possibly give you a ticket on it. You don't have to give a ticket. It kind of just depends.
So what type of issues do you see facing this particular neighborhood the most?
Domestic violence, and then burglaries to conveyances. You see there's cars everywhere. Most criminals know that cameras are only going to pick up so much. If they've got a mask on, they can come and bust in that window right now and get whatever they want out of it and get out of here, possibly before an officer's even on scene. So they might be able to get away with it, kind of thing.
If you could wave a magic wand and change one thing about these areas.
Probably more job opportunities. 'Cause that's mainly what people want. People want to be able to make money to afford for their families.
How do we get more job opportunities to the hood?
That's a tough one for me as a sheriff. I think the opportunities are there if you want to take the opportunity. Let me use myself for example. I'm not perfect, right? As soon as I became old enough to work, there was a job there for me. Whether it be bagging groceries at 13 years old or working a summer hire job in Europe when my dad was stationed in Germany, working a summer hire job and then going to bag groceries when it's done. The reward of being able to earn my own money is tremendous. It's a sense of accomplishment. The jobs are there. They might be smaller jobs, but certain jobs I believe are entry-level jobs anyway. So take those entry-level jobs. We live in the society that we live in, because we live in America, there's a sense sometimes of an entitlement. Let's not have that attitude. Let's realize that we have to crawl before we can walk. Start where you need to start and move up. The jobs are there.
With the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. The reason for the stop is you're missing a headlight up here.
I didn't know.
What goes through your mind when you first get pulled over?
Man, what the hell they pulling me over for? I called my boyfriend. I said they finna pull me over. I seen y'all with behind me.
Yes, ma'am.
If you had a son and they said they want to become a police officer, what would you think?
Be careful. You know, I don't know. It's a job.
What's been your experience with police and law enforcement?
I don't bother y'all, so y'all don't bother me.
But do you feel like, hey, they make the city safer? I'm happy they're here.
Yeah, especially nowadays. Yeah, bad nowadays. It's like bad. It's nothing like when we was growing up.
This is why my license is suspended. My license got suspended. Now I gotta try to go do something else as far as work, because I done lost my job. Because y'all wrote me a citation, y'all told me to walk on the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, there's no sidewalk here, and there's no sidewalk here. I looked it up in the statute. It says walk on the left-hand side if there is no sidewalk. How many times I gotta get stopped today?
Okay, well, they were probably
This don't make no damn sense, man. Y'all out of control, man. Y'all already taking food out my son's mouth. Y'all just gonna keep harassing me every fucking day. I get off work, walking, you can't walk here, you can't walk there, you can't walk here. Why am I always being harassed, bro? I'm just tired, bro.
Stay on the sidewalk.
I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm letting you know I'm tired. All right, I know what to do.
One of the strategies Jacksonville Police champions is a tactic they call proactive police work. It's when officers pull people over for minor infractions like driving with a broken taillight or walking on the wrong side of the street, and this gives them the legal means to investigate for more serious crimes like felons with guns, drugs, and outstanding warrants. Supporters argue that this approach takes dangerous criminals off the street before they can do any harm. Critics, however, see this as a form of harassment. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you a fan of proactive police work, and would you want this done in the city where you live? We had an interaction with a man last night who was walking in the street and he got pulled over. He got, licensed, and he felt like he was being harassed. I'm an adult walking down the street, and the police officer we were with said that, we got to look at the little things because they could turn into big things. But, you guys have done a fantastic job cracking down on one of the biggest crimes there is of murder. How do you balance that with not being overbearing on the population? I'm an adult walking down the street. Why are you pulling me over with 2 squad cars?
So first of all, where was he walking? Second, what time of night was it? Third, was there a call for service about a suspicious individual, which happens quite often. You don't do a drive-by when you're walking through a neighborhood. You do a drive-by because you're in a car with weapons and you shoot at people that, whether it be a rival gang member or something like that. And then sometimes some innocent people in our community fall victim to that kind of stuff. So we stop cars and we look for reasons to stop cars. Part of the process. It's part of what we're supposed to do. You can watch video after video of people saying, oh, you're violating my rights, you're violating my rights. But if you call me because someone's in your neighborhood that you don't recognize, or they look strange, I have a responsibility to answer that call and find out what's going on.
In Milwaukee, the statistics came out, that's where I'm from, that police contact to civilians was down like 40 or 50%. They were less likely to do a traffic stop, less likely to pull someone over. We inherited things from that era of, anti-police sentiment was at an all-time high. How did you guys combat that or work around it?
You have to stay steadfast through the good and the bad. Every interaction with the police, for the most part, is negative, whether it be a traffic stop. It's not negative in the sense where the officer's unprofessional. No one likes getting stopped for a traffic violation. We just have to drive through that and push through that, one, with professionalism, making sure the public knows that we're doing this because we care about what's going on in our community. We want to make sure that our community members are safe.
I know police are super important, and I know you guys do have a very dangerous job, and you guys take care of things that most people don't have the balls to take care of. But yet, he was an adult walking on the street. I've done that tons of times, and I've never gotten pulled over.
Yeah.
What would you say to that?
That doesn't change the fact that he's still violating a Florida state statute.
So you don't walk on your street in your neighborhood?
Sure don't.
Because we talk to a lot of guys in neighborhoods like this, and I think how they feel is they feel like it's one big system that's kind of against them.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not against anybody. We're just enforcing the law to mitigate other issues like the dude that got run over right here, just like that guy right there. Note that stop sign right there with the hand that says don't cross, and he's in the middle of crossing right there. Dude died right there, right in the middle of this road right here because of him and his violation. That is the exact reason why we do this stuff, is to mitigate these issues. And then he wants to come at me like I'm the bad guy when I'm just trying to enforce a law to keep him from getting hurt.
Did you have to respond to that scene?
I sure did. He was dead right here.
I don't judge people. It's not my job to judge their character or them as a person. I'm just out here to enforce the laws.
It's either 566, Signal 13, Acorn, and Church Street. Hey, man. You ain't got no light on this thing. You need to get one. You need one for the front and rear. You gotta have one, a white light on the front that's visible up to 500 feet, and then a red light on the back. Yeah, you gotta have a light on here. We got a lot of people getting hit out here. Thank you. Just hang out with this officer, I'll be right back.
She works at Daly's in Mandarin.
Holy cow.
She rides her bike to and from work, hour and a half every day.
Yo, that's commitment right there. Yeah, that's a long way. Here you go. You're all good. Just make sure you get a light for the front and the rear of it, okay?
Yeah, I be having scares on the bike, so.
Exactly, yeah. We ain't trying to have scares on the bike. That's why we pulled you over, just for the same instance.
Yeah,
So,
I get you.
that's a long way to ride a bike. Holy cow.
Yeah.
But she just got her vehicle stolen last year.
I think that just goes to show how much that impacts someone's life. That now she's spending 3 hours a day biking to work.
Yep, exactly.
What are we running into?
So we got a 21 burglary to a residence that just occurred. Complainant residence suspect is complainant's son, so possibly could be civil because they're family members, but we still don't know that yet. Son came in through the window. It could be civil because the son could have a key, but she's saying it's a burglary, so we have to treat it as such for a burglary.
Her own son?
Yeah. That's it? Alright, that might be him. No. Hey, what you got going on?
What just happened? Why are the police here?
Somebody here called about a burglary.
No! We didn't come about no burglary.
What's the address here?
Ain't no burglary here.
Yeah, that's where our address for a burglary is.
Oh no, I want to say no, ain't no burglary here, baby.
Who called?
I did, but I was coming for he gone, my son. But he gone, I called. I just
Oh,
called
so it
him.
was a burglary, but he's gone.
Yeah, no, yeah. You can say well, he gone.
So he's not here?
No, he left.
She called the cops, but then acted completely surprised that you guys showed up.
Yeah.
What is that about?
I don't know. It's pretty dead.
So what do you guys make of that situation?
That's a common theme. Parents calling about their kids because they don't want them in the house. And then we show up because we have a call for a burglary. And then she doesn't like that. So then she doesn't want anything done. And if she doesn't want any police services, then there's nothing we can do.
This is a thinking man's game. There's so many statutes and laws. This isn't just a brute force job. This is someone that you have to really be on your toes and aware of things that are changing all the time.
Yeah.
What is that like?
It takes, I guess you could say it takes a toll on how you have to think about things. It also is a way you have to think about things when you go into a call. So sometimes when you go into a call, you have to like think about all these statutes that you have to follow per Florida, or all these policies that you have to follow per JSO.
You have much bigger cojones than I do. Thank you for taking us out tonight, and stay safe out there.
Will
okay?
do, thank you.
That concluded an action-packed first night with the Jacksonville Police, and we were told the next day would be spent with a legendary officer on the K-9 team. Let's meet the guy. Sarge, tell the people who you are and what you do.
My name is Sergeant Plogger. I'm one of the 3 K-9 sergeants at our JSO K-9 unit.
What kind of stuff have you seen in your day? Have you been shot at?
Yes.
Have you gone on foot chases?
Oh yes, like working behind. When I was a K-9 handler, yes. I mean, all that stuff. So the K-9 unit only deploy on typically, violent felony suspects. So usually when a canine unit is being asked to respond to a call to assist, they're going with the area unit as well, and it's usually someone who's done something very violent and then ran from the area.
And how have you seen Jacksonville change over time, keeping in mind the homicide rate was almost double 2 years ago and has gone way down?
Yeah, so our sheriff, TK Waters, has done a phenomenal job. He's definitely increased the proactive policing initiatives, putting those officers in areas that are extremely more violent than others.
What's the secret sauce that's cooking here?
Man, hard work. Listen, and I think everybody knows this. 2017, 18, 19, 20, weird times in the United States of America, where you vilified, and you get to a point where around the country where, all right, I want to do this, I love my community, but if I do this and then something rough happens, they're gonna persecute me and drag me on the news, drag me on YouTube, Facebook. At some point, officers began to take a step back. We didn't really notice it that much here. But if you have a person that feels like they're gonna be persecuted for doing a job that not many people want to do, and what it takes to be able to get here, you have a tendency to want to slow down. Well, what we've done here is proactivity is not a dirty word. Proactivity is what we're supposed to do. Proactivity is a part of one of the basic parts of police work.
So what are we walking into right now?
This is just a parking garage we were using for training. This is a 4-day tracking class put on by a really good trainer. And he's just teaching his theory and methods of how to implement getting these dogs to track and keep their nose on the ground on hard surfaces, which is the most difficult for dogs to do.
And what are these fellas about to do right now?
Run a track, so we'll get to see the dog work a human odor in a direction and complete it all the way to the end. And that's what we're working on. This is hard surface tracking, so obviously not grass. This is the most difficult tracking that you can do because there's not grass and dirt and moisture up here to hold that human odor. So we're working on paying the dog right from the start. You see he's locked onto his little bit of kibble, but blended in with that kibble is where he has laid a track all the way around this. Take a step, nice. Move, slide line, very nice. He's working like there's stairways there. The track goes past the stairs, the dog goes in the stairs, but then makes that turn and follows it down to the end. So now he's following odor exactly like we want to do, and that was his marker.
How bad can a dog bite somebody up?
Permanent bodily disfigurement, like helicopter flight to the hospital.
We got a
training program.
Hey, brother.
Oh, have a good one.
Good meeting you. We just got a call.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Something about fleeing a lube warrant. We'll check the computer when we get in the car.
So, what'd you say this is a dangerous job?
Canine is probably the most dangerous job in law enforcement, in my opinion. It forces you to take exposure. So, our SWAT guys deal with like the worst of the worst. Those guys are highly trained, right? But then they have a lot of armored vehicles, and most of what they deal with are high-risk search warrants and barricaded suspects. When you have these violent criminals who do the things that they do and they run off in the woods, you have no idea where they're hiding. So you're having to take, your safety and put it in your dog's hand and your dog's nose, really.
And is this a lights on speed in there or just cruise there?
I don't do that a lot, man. You got people on their cell phones driving, dude, right? They're not paying attention, and all of a sudden they hear sirens and see lights and they freak out even more.
Like what we saw in the last few years, now people are comfortable calling shit out. Like when they see a convenience store robbery, like the comments online are just dragging that person, like what a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Like, and I think young men they want their cities to feel safe again, and they know they can do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that part's true. I can definitely see that.
Because it does feel like we went through like a lawless era.
Oh my gosh, man.
Oh, someone steals their car? Well, they're not out next day, so they don't even care.
Oh yeah, it was like the George Floyd thing, and then you had COVID right behind it.
How did the George Floyd incident change policing in America?
I think it helped turn a lot of the general public against, or feel like that it's a lot more corrupt than it really is. I think that was a difficult situation. That's still not indicative of the police departments across America. We handle about 800,000 calls per year for service. We stop our cars, we go inside stores. We have public police contact, right? Not even logged out on, just contact, where we talk to one another and see each other. Out of that, Did we have, 7 officer-involved shootings last year? Out of millions of contacts, millions. And so you put that in perspective and you tell that story, it helps clear it up a lot.
So what's this call for?
Robbery, business advised. They just left 23 to a business, unknown, vehicle description, into the store, took everything from jewelry case. Yeah, they smashed all the jewelry cases and took everything.
2 miles out.
Is that his name, Zeke?
Zeke, yeah.
So right now Zeke's hoping that somebody starts running.
Yeah, so he already knows what time it is, especially when we start keying up on the radio. He's about a 7-year-old dog, so like by now he's kind of understanding what the game is, you know.
We're here at the scene of a robbery of a jewelry store. It's a smash and grab, but they did leave blood on the scene. But we're trying to figure out, there was 2 suspects, where they went, whether they took a vehicle, and how much is missing. So the employees are shell-shocked. They just had a crazy thing happen on their watch, and they're kind of picking up the pieces and packing up and going home. And so this is now the investigation starts, tracking these guys down, trying to figure out who did it, where the loot's going, and apparently it was just tax season, so people have been running in here buying things, so there's a lot of activity, hard to sort out who may have been who. So now the police are trying to look for suspects and figure out the next step. Does any part of you get excited for calls? Like, man,
So that is my problem. I absolutely love it, right? But I have to make myself stop because like that was the whole thing. Like the pact that I made with my wife. Hey, I'm gonna get promoted and I'm gonna get away from the craziness because it drug. Like it's not just me that goes through this. My wife goes through this stuff too, right? Mm-hmm. And when my police dog got shot, man, it hit us, man. It hit us hard. That was very traumatic.
So how did your life change after your dog got shot?
Oh man, it was very humbling to, go through something like that. Numb to it, you're not as affected, but then yeah, I think it was worse because you have a working relationship with a dog that, dude, when I was working that dog on call, I was with that dog more than I was my wife.
Officer Plogger is referring to one of the most gut-wrenching moments of his life. 3 suspects on the run shot at police and the police returned fire. In the chaos that ensued, Plogger's dog Huck was hit with multiple rounds. Frantically trying to stop the bleeding and save Huck, the police put pressure on his gunshot wounds and quickly got the dog on a helicopter to an emergency vet. Huck unfortunately lost part of his front leg from his injuries, but the good news is he survived. He had to retire from his canine duties, and he now lives full-time at his pal, Officer Plogger's house.
We're en route to a domestic violence call. Looks like dating violence, where an alleged battery occurred, and it looks like the female half is waiting for officers to make the report, and that the male half, it looks like his whereabouts are known.
Officers received a call about a woman who was terrified of her boyfriend. Supposedly earlier in the day, he beat the hell out of her and she was scared to return to her house because she feared he was waiting for her there. Because this was allegedly the boyfriend's 3rd domestic violence incident, it elevated his case to the felony level. Officer Plogger and his K-9 team was called in on this operation to catch the boyfriend and ensure he didn't scurry away. The police met at a nearby gas station to game plan for his takedown.
What's y'all's plan from here?
So if he's not in the driveway, obviously we're going to set up around the house.
Right.
There's back door, front door only, no attic, single level house, multiple windows for him in case he does go in there. But
just based on, I'm assuming it'll just be a call out because of the potential harm.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
So do you want to go Old Kings to West Moncrief? That way we don't have to drop by the house and just stage on Leona at the dead end right there, and then we'll come in. We'll have canine primary since the dog will be primary on a runner.
Yep.
And that way, if he just squirts to you, you can have eyes on.
All right, so you want me on Leona by the dead end?
And we're not going to move in to attempt contact until you tell us you're set.
Okay.
So because she's giving permission and she owns the house, do you need a warrant to go in?
No, so she's saying the house is locked. She's saying that he is texting her and telling her that he is at her house waiting for her.
Is she kind of helping set it up a little bit?
She's giving us the information of where he's at. So yeah, she's assisting him where he's located. We still don't, we haven't confirmed he's there though. We won't know until we get there. I think the victim told the other patrol officers that she feels like it's escalating, that she's in fear that he might, you know, escalate it more.
Obviously, we run through different scenarios on how the suspect maybe reacts. Maybe he runs, maybe he just complies, maybe he runs in the house, which creates a whole nother dynamic with barricade. So just kind of game plan in different scenarios in my head that might occur.
Yeah, I know.
A few houses down. Just waiting for the word to sweep in.
Yeah.
Y'all ready?
Y'all got your comms down?
Yep. Holy shit.
I'll take comms if we get a runner. So let's hug close to that house. Yeah, it is.
I did see a shot. Hey, when we walk this, we need to reach out to her and see if she saw anybody pop out.
No, I think he's long gone now. Is that busted out?
Hey man, show me your fucking hands. He's in the house.
Hey.
Show me your fucking hands. It's the police. We want you.
I didn't do that.
We want you. Go to the front door.
Hey, hold.
He's going to the front. He's going to the front. Right here, Kyle. Right here, Kyle. Put the dog in. Put the dog in.
Get your dog out. Hey.
Put the dog in.
It's for my safety, bro. Wait.
Get out. Get out right now. You're gonna get bit.
I'm coming.
Get out right now.
Get your ass out the house. Go to the ground.
What am I doing?
Go to the goddamn ground.
Go to the ground.
Go to the ground.
What am I doing this time?
Go on your fucking stomach.
I'm on my stomach.
Don't you fucking move.
I'm on my stomach. My name is Octavia Salazar. I stay in this house. The key in my pocket, Mom.
Relax, Roy. Relax.
I'm relaxed.
We're gonna tell you what's going on when we're ready. Just chill.
Oh my God.
Is there anything I need to know about any weapons or anything?
I got weed in my pocket. That's it. I stay here. You can call the owner. She will. Man, listen, man. Y'all tripping, man. And you got the dog finna bite me and shit. You threatening to bite me with a dog and all that. I ain't did nothing. And I got cold to the house. How the what is going on, bro?
That guy was as close as you can get to getting dog bit. Because going by what the victim stated, that he's not supposed to have a key to the house. So they're gonna have to revisit that and question her why he might have a key.
At what point will you explain to him?
I'm not. That's their job. We did what we came to do, which was locate him.
So, and hypothetically, if I'm in an arrest situation, I don't get to know why?
We can tell you your charges, yeah, but we don't have to explain all the details. That's what your first appearance in court is. Like, that guy was escalated, right? He was very elevated, upset, obviously. So we don't have to, when you ask, we don't have to tell you at the time that you ask, right? We're trying to de-escalate and calm him down because he's still riled up. They have to search him. We still don't know if he's got a gun on him.
So there was an incident that happened earlier between you and your girl.
That was earlier, yes.
Okay, put your hands on her.
No, sir. We didn't even go through it.
Okay, so how did she get all her bruises on her?
Man, that girl come up. She has bruises. Listen, man, I don't like this. I do not like this. I'm going to reiterate everything.
So you didn't put your hands on her?
No, sir.
There should be no reason for her to be absolutely terrified of you.
She's not terrified of me. I just spoke with.
I'm gonna quote her. She said you beat the shit out of her.
Man, I ain't do nothing like that, bro.
You do have a violation of your probation.
No,
you're going to jail.
Why am I going to jail?
Okay, domestic battery, second and subsequent.
Man,
you're also being charged with resisting.
Listen, whoa. Man, that's wrong though. That's what you did.
Those things kind of ravel out of control pretty quick, huh?
Yeah.
There's always room to improve on everything we do. Nothing ever, in my mind, goes perfectly.
And if guilty, this would be his third domestic violence?
I don't know. According to the patrol officer who's their primary unit, she's saying it would be his third domestic with the victim. So he may have priors before that. I don't know.
The average person does not get to experience stuff like that.
I know, but see, this is what the job does, because like to me, that's not even a tick on the meter. Like that didn't even get my blood pressure
So
up.
same thing, when I'm in there with the Gaines or like the Tijuana guys, like I've been desensitized to where it's not a big
something
deal.
wrong with you, dude.
But
what evidence did they have on him? Did they have any?
Evidence?
Yeah, with the text messages and stuff, like I'm gonna beat your ass or?
So I don't know, they had the domestic battery. I don't know, but it was his third subsequent offense, which brought the felony into play.
Oh, so they already had the charges?
Yeah. They had the felony, the domestic charge on him. But,
Okay,
you know,
not a warrant, just PC?
Yeah, that's why we were talking about the violation of probation. And
Okay.
else. It was kind of.
So what's going to happen to that guy?
He'll get a first appearance court in the morning and a bond set. And he was scared of that dog, so I'm sure it helped with his surrender. I mean,
100%,
that's a benefit too.
Yeah, so.
We got into some crazy situations. The officers were brave, and I'm glad that everyone is okay. No one in the entire 2 days was harmed in the filming of this, both the criminal, the suspect, the cop, and us. So it's a good day, and things march on. So if you're interested in the murder rate going down, then this is a city to sure check out and look into and ask, what is the recipe they have going on here? So I'm excited to see the comments on this one, excited to see what you guys think. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Thank you to Vic for bringing us in. Thank you to Sheriff TK, Officers Wood, Officer Plower. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Folks, hope you enjoyed this episode. You want to watch another? Here. You want to subscribe? Over here. See you next week.